everyone, my name is Luna, and here on my channel I talk about all things Critical Role and I break down every episode with all the juicy lore and hidden details. Today, Critical Role announced a new 3-part series DM'd by none other than Sam Riegel.
Greetings campers, I'm Sam Riegel and I'm going to be GMing a brand new 3-part series called Wildemount Wildlings that's going to premiere on April 3rd on Twitch, Beacon, YouTube, all over the place.
And if you haven't watched Campaign 2, or it's been a while, you might not know what the Wildemount Wildlings are, so I'm here to explain. The Wildemount Wildlings is connected to Campaign 2, so this is a general spoiler warning because in order to explain what it is, I have to explain some stuff from Campaign 2. So just be warned, I will avoid like major plot spoilers, but the camp was set up after Campaign 2, so just keep that in mind. In Campaign 2, Sam Riegel played a character called Veth Bernardo, a multifaceted woman who loves causing chaos.
Honey, did you tell them about our disease?
Stealing things.
And I will steal literally anything.
And collecting buttons.
I stole 2 buttons.
She is a mother to a teenage son called Luke, and she helps her husband Yeza run an apothecary. Following the events of Campaign 2, she decided to open a summer camp called the Wildemount Wildlings.
The camp for talented young adventurers, young arcane practitioners, mages in training, fighters, rogues, and we will receive these talented youngsters and train them into fighters or defenders for their own villages, wherever they might come from. The camp is called the Wildemount Wildlings. Wild out! We have T-shirts that are made with Wild Out on it, and the different cabins that they might be staying in. There's the Happy Fun cabin. There's a cabin called the Shikasta cabin. There's A5 cabin. There's the Ball Eater cabin. Yeza recommended against that one.
The names of these cabins are other references to Campaign 2. The Happy Fun cabin refers to a magical artifact which is technically called the Heirloom Sphere, but which was given a nickname by a guest character, Twiggy, played by Deborah Ann Wall.
What is this thing that you have? What is this called? Does it have a name?
I don't think it was on the card. I call it my fun ball of tricks.
Happy Fun Ball?
Happy fun ball.
The ball had lots of functions depending on how it was manipulated, but the most interesting and exciting was that it teleported the group to the folding halls of Halas, who was an ancient archmage. The Shikasta cabin is named for another guest character called Shikasta, who was played by Kari Payton.
I tend to look over the people who happen to be around here. I come by every once in a while. I used to live and grew up in this place, or in the valley, just not too far from here. And probably just like you, I heard a commotion, and I've taken a few of these people to safety. I've been trying to do it less overtly than some of you.
We do make a bit of a clatter.
We're working on it.
Shikasta is a Tempest cleric who is a member of the Golden Grin, a secretive organization who attempts to aid those in need and inspire common folk to acts of heroism. He's blind and he sees through the eyes of his familiar, a hummingbird called the Grand Duchess. The A5 cabin is named after an Aeorian crash site which was labelled A5 on a map given to the Mighty Nine. And lastly, the Ball Eater cabin is named for the Mighty Nine's ship, which once belonged to Captain Avantika, an antagonist of Campaign 2. It was originally called the Squall Eater before the Mighty Nine renamed it so as to avoid suspicion of piracy from the authorities.
Yeah, that's my call. Lower deck. Yeah.
Do you want me to repaint
The Squall Beater, the Ball Eater.
the ball
We
eater?
need to change it to the Ball Eater as quickly as possible.
The Wildemount Wildlings opens its doors to its first lot of campers in 837 PD, which is about a year after the events of Campaign 2 and about 6 years prior to the beginning of Campaign 3. Members of the Mighty Nine have come and taught at the camp, including Caleb.
So, if you'd like to come be a counselor.
I will do that in my off months.
As well as Yasha and Jester.
Only one of the kids died in a class that Yasha was teaching, but luckily, our guest arts and crafts teacher was there to heal and restore the child. And now the child actually is due to come back next summer, actually thought that it was amazing. And
It wasn't my fault.
I love how Sam was like, I'm just going to make it canon that Yasha is a terrible teacher who made a kid die. As soon as we heard about this summer camp, I knew it would be the perfect setting for a one-shot or a series, and I'd been hoping for it, so I'm really excited that they're doing it. Sam actually runs a home game set at the summer camp with his kids, and he said that this series is sort of loosely based on that game, which is really cute and fun, and it makes me really want to run a game like that with my kid. I have a feeling that my kid, though, would burn the camp to the ground. I don't know. I think he would just really relate to Veth and Jester's chaotic impulses.
That was disappointing to actually say.
So let's look at the cast for this series. First up, we of course have Sam Riegel as the DM, which is fantastic, as we've only seen him DM a few times on screen for mostly one-shots such as Crash Pandas, the Nordverse, the Guest Battle Royale, and the infamous, now deleted Wendy's one-shot. I'm really looking forward to seeing Sam in a series rather than in a one-shot, and to see how he sort of shapes and guides the story. We also may see another of Sam's characters in this story, because Luke Bernardo, Veth's son, Sam has actually played in a one-shot before, which was very, very funny.
She's not gonna kill me. I'm fine. Guys, I mean, why? You've been teaching me magic for years. I've been learning at that stupid camp and counseling other kids for years. I'm a senior counselor. I can do this.
We also have founding Critical Role cast members Ashley Johnson and Marisha Ray playing their Campaign 2 characters Yasha and Bo. I'm really happy we get to see more of them. These characters are married and have been talking lately about adopting after enjoying working with the kids at the summer camp.
The kids are okay. They've grown up. They're all right.
So maybe we'll learn more about that and whether they have made a decision. There is another Regal at the table, Sam's sister Eden, who is an actress, and when I was researching her work, I learned that she played Bianca, a gay icon in a daytime soap called All My Children, in which she has the first lesbian kiss to be shown on American daytime television back in 2003. That's wild. Thank you so much for this new queer rabbit hole that I'm about to fall down. I actually found, as I was researching this 6-hour-long compilation of the lesbian love story of her character. So I don't know. I might just cue that up for later. Joining the table is also Alex Lee, an actor as well, who appears in the show Solo Leveling and the movie Demon Slayer. Another new face to the Critical Role table is Libe Barrere, another actor who you might recognize from the series Sneaky Pete. I'm really happy that Critical Role continues to introduce guests and cast members that we haven't seen before. I just think it's really fantastic that we get to watch a whole variety of really talented people, and I think it can sort of elevate the stories when we have so many new and different perspectives at the table. I just think it's fantastic. But on that note, lastly, we have a familiar face, Brennan Lee Mulligan, who is honestly a perfect casting choice, because not only is he an incredible role player, but also he has a long history of working at summer camps, specifically LARP summer camps, which is live action role playing, which he really credits a lot of his TTRPG skill development to.
You just pay for room and board for the whole summer, and we hire you and give you shares in the company.
Oh.
And so we became part owners when we were
when you were children.
We were children.
That's very weird.
It's very weird.
I would not give a child part ownership in my company.
What if you and 30 other owners were all 21?
Oh, 30 other owners.
Yes.
That sounds messy. Is it, did you sort of get a lot of, have you then from there, did you continue?
Yes, so I wrote...
Leading in that space?
Yeah, I became sort of a de facto head of the story department for a number of years. I wrote like 40 games. There was one summer that I wrote like half the games that got run that summer.
And he's told so many wonderful stories of his times at summer camp, so I'm sure he's going to pull on all of that experience for this series, which I think it's going to be delightful. So Bo and Yasha will be camp counselors, but Eden, Libe, and Alex and Brennan will be playing young adventurers who have failed to earn any merit badges and are moved to the Olga cabin, OLGA, I'm not sure, the Oops, Let's Go Again cabin. They get one more chance to redeem themselves, so I'm sure they're going to make, wise and smart choices as teenagers do, which won't involve any shenanigans or mayhem at all. I would love to hear what you're looking forward to for this series, and also what summer camp is actually like if you've been, because it's not a thing here in Australia. We don't really do summer camp. I mean, I'm sure there are some, but it's not like a ubiquitous thing like it seems to be in the States. I just read so many books as a kid that was set in American summer camps, and I always dreamed of going to one. It just sounded so cool and fun and like really novel. I don't know. In reality, though, I don't think I would have coped because I was an extremely anxious and introverted child, but I don't know, who knows? Maybe if I'd gone to camp with someone like Brennan as a counselor, what might have been. So yeah, let me know if you've been and what it's like. I'm so curious. And just the idea of like sending my kid away for like the summer. Yeah, I guess it is kind of appealing. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my patrons. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so for as little as $2 a month, or for $5 a month, you get some bonus videos. I actually just put one out last week where I made a Jester-inspired Ren Fair outfit. It was really fun. You can sign up at patreon.com/Luboffin. Stay tuned for my breakdown of the first episode of this mini-series next week. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so that you don't miss it. In the meantime, you might want to check out my breakdowns of EXU Divergence right here. Bye!